Well, John, defeat here at the TCS to York City. How do you reflect on that game?
Bitterly disappointed. I thought first off we did really well. Conditions again here, not conducive to playing football, and it was difficult for both teams. But going into half time, speaking to the lads and saying, just because we've got like a gale force wind behind us doesn't mean that it's going to be easier. But for the majority of the game, we've matched York, and then the first goal's killed us. It's poor from our point of view, and then to compound it, the second goal where we should be putting the ball into the opposition's box, we end up playing backwards, and it's cost us. So poor decision making and errors that on another day it could be different, but we've got to do better.
Even Stephen, for the opening 25 minutes of the first half, but you were pleased with the way your team grew into that opening period, and perhaps you didn't want half time to come because you were very clearly on top. Yeah,
there wasn't a great deal between the two teams. The conditions here make it really hard for both teams, but we know we've got to do better. We've got to, when we get ball in some wide areas, we've got to produce more crosses. When the ball's in wide areas from the opposition, we've got to stop more crosses. So quite a bit to work on, and that's what we've got to do. We've just got to keep our heads down, keep working. That game's gone now, and we have to move on to the next one. Roll the sleeves up and just keep battling away and working hard.
Without wanting to repeat myself and yourself from last week, though, is one positive that is quite fine margins, that up until I think it was the 82nd minute it was 0-0 and probably looking like it was going to be a draw, and for long periods you match the side that in any other given season would be playing in the Football League.
Yeah, but game's 90 minutes, isn't it? So it's it's a poor goal that we've given away. You can't get past that, and we've got to, if players aren't up to it, then then we've got to look at other players who we've got and see if they can make us better.
How easy will it be to pick the players up for the trip to Tamworth on Tuesday night?
It's the start of the season, so you can't get your heads down this early on in the season. We knew going into this league it was going to be tough, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge to everybody. It's a challenge to me, and you've got to rise to the challenge. And the only way you can do that is by digging in, working hard, and make it really hard for the opposition until the results start to go for us, which they will, and then then you come through it. But getting your head down and things like that's not going to help. So that's myself and the players. We've got to realise that we're not playing against Premiership, Championship players, league players. We're playing against National League players, and there's no reason we can't get results.
Does the fact there is such a short turnaround to the Tamworth game perhaps work in your advantage when you've come off a negative result?
Yeah, it gives us less time to think about it. So if we win on Tuesday, then obviously it will be. So that's what we've got to do. Obviously going to Tamworth, it'll be a slightly different game, playing on I think the only 3G pitch in the league, and last year we did well on 3G, so hopefully that'll continue.
No, Tyler Harvey today wasn't even in the squad. Can you give us an update on what his obvious injury is?
Yeah, Tyler's felt his groin, so obviously with injuries like that you can't risk him so early on in the season as well. So it could be that he's ready for Tuesday. Just have to wait and see, but last thing you want to do is risk somebody like that.
And just finally, John, a history-making day for Truro City and Cornish football in general. A big crowd here as well, over 3,000. The majority of them haven't gone home happy. That's another encouraging factor, playing in the National League, that so many people have come out to watch today.
No, and that's a big positive. The supporters again are really good, get behind the players, and we just want them to stick with us keep encouraging the players, and I'm sure they'll get what they want. You know, we just we're disappointed for them as much as we are for ourselves. But no, it's great that we're getting the gates that we're getting, and I'm sure if the ground held more, we'd get more supporters than the 3,065, I think it was.